Hello and welcome back to the show. If you're new here, welcome. My name is Bri Ogletree. I am an online fitness coach teaching you how to fit fitness into your unique lifestyle so that you can achieve and maintain your body goals long term. This week, we are talking about big rocks versus little rocks and what that means in your fitness journey. This topic came to mind because I tend to get a lot of conversations around different things related to fitness. So when people find out that I'm a fitness coach, naturally, they do want to tell me about everything that they're doing, and then some questions come up as well. So, this is really an episode about deciphering what a big rock versus a little rock is, what that even means, and how to start focusing on things that are actually going to progress your progress in your unique fitness journey. So, like I said, I do get a lot of like questions when people do find out who I am and like what I do as a fitness coach. And some of the things, like some of those common questions, really include like, what is the best exercise for XYZ? So, like, if someone's trying to build their glutes, for example, what's the best exercise to build my glutes? Or what's the best supplement to be taking, either for fat loss or for muscle gain? Um, Things like that. And I, again, want to help you decipher what the difference is between a big rock versus a little rock and where your focus should really be when it comes to your fitness journey. Okay, so, and I had a lot of these same questions as I was just getting into fitness, learning how to lift weights way back. It was probably 18 years ago at this point. Um, and a lot of those same things came up for me, and I think that has to do with a lot of like the fitness marketing and messaging that we see out there for different like products, different programs. And I hopefully with this episode will help clear some of those things up. But a lot of that messaging is based around selling a product or selling a program, right? So some of that messaging may not be actually accurate, or there may be claims that are made on certain supplements, for example. They're made to have you buy the product. So they're not necessarily whole truths, or they may embellish some things that they're saying, or they may use language that makes it seem like it's the answer to all your problems, things like that in the fitness industry that I have a huge issue with, right? um, so hopefully will help. This episode is going to help you like decipher some of those things. Okay, so if you are new here and you want more fitness, no nonsense fitness education, this is definitely the channel. This is the show for you. I have been a personal trainer, a fitness coach for 8 years. And this episode is all around educating you so that you can make the best informed choices when it comes to your fitness and health and wellness journey. So if you want more content like that, be sure to either subscribe to my YouTube channel. These go up on that channel. And then I also post them to my podcast, which is available on really any major podcasting platform. So be sure to subscribe if you are looking for some guidance when it comes to your unique fitness journey. So we're going to start with a quick conversation on what a big rock versus a little rock is. And the difference between the two. We're going to go over some examples and then really what to focus on moving forward. So let's start with those big rocks. So your big rocks are going to be things that are going to move the needle and make progress for you in your fitness journey, whatever that is for you, right? Everybody has a different fitness journey. Everybody's trying to achieve different things, but generally a big rock is something that is going to move you closer to your fitness goals or more in line with your fitness goals. It's generally your habits and what you're doing on a daily basis. Usually those are the big rocks that I'm talking about, the things that matter the most that are going to move you towards your goals. They're going to contribute most to your progress as well. And examples of these are going to be things like working out consistently. So, working out consistently 3 to 4 days per week, doing that over the course of 3 to 6 months, right? That is something that is going to contribute greatly to your fitness goals. Another example of this is eating fruits and vegetables at every meal, right? Or eating a certain amount of fruits and vegetables per day. So maybe aiming for 3 to 5 servings of fruits and vegetables per day and doing that over the course of a long time, 3 to 6 months, something like that. Those are what's considered big rocks. Those are things that are going to contribute greatly to your fitness success, to your success, to you getting closer to your goals. Now, let's talk about little rocks. Little rocks are things that are minor details, right? They are like kind of like the tiny icing on the cake. So they contribute to probably less than 10% of your fitness results or your goals, right? So examples of these are going to be things like supplements. Although people want to talk about supplements first, supplements are really like the icing, the last, not even the icing on the cake, because that's not the proper analogy I'm trying to go for. But that is like the last thing that it's like the topper on your ice cream, like the cherry on top, right? Like you have all your other things in a row. So your nutrition's on point, your workout routine's on point, your recovery's on point. Your supplements are like the last thing that you want to focus on, right? So that would be considered a little rock. So it's not contributing to most of your success, right? Another example of this would be the specific exercise variations that you're doing. Yes, it's important to have variation. Yes, it's important to have compound lifts and things like that. But generally speaking, as long as you are incorporating what's called the core five, so the core five compound lifts, your upper body push, upper body pull, your squat, hinge variations, and your core exercises, then you're probably going to be pretty set as long as you're doing that consistently. The specific type of variations that you're using in those different categories of exercises are probably not going to matter as much as you getting in a solid workout with those exercises, if that makes sense. So, that would be another example of a little rock. So, when it comes to your overall fitness journey, you want to focus on those big rocks first, right? And then worry about those little things. So if you're doing all of your big rocks right, so you're getting in your workouts, you are really focused on your nutrition is dialed in to your specific goals and needs. And your recovery is on point. So when I talk about recovery, I'm talking about again the fuel that you're eating, your sleep, your stress management, even on your off days, if you're doing like some type of active recovery, something like that, those are what's considered your big rocks. As long as all of those are on point, then the little rocks is you maybe want to look at a few of those, right? The supplements that you're taking, for example, or the specific exercise variations that you're doing for your workouts. But your main focus should really be getting those big rocks in order. And there's a lot of them, right? So, again, there's your workout routine, being consistent with that. There's your nutrition, being on point with that. And then there's your recovery. So I would say at least 80% of the time, you want to be on point with your quote unquote big rocks before even worrying about what you're doing for like your supplementation or your specific exercise variations. Um, so that's something to think about for your unique fitness journey. Okay, so focusing on big rocks first and worrying about the little stuff later. Okay, so hopefully that was helpful when it comes to thinking about your fitness journey. The big things that you do want to focus on, again, are your consistency when it comes to your training, your nutrition consistency, and what you're eating, right? And staying consistent with that. And then your recovery as well. That from there, once you have that on point, yes, you can worry about supplementation and some of those little things. But definitely the big rocks are where it's at. The big rocks are where you're going to move the needle the most when it comes to your fitness training. So I hope that was helpful. If it was, be sure to give me a like if you're watching on YouTube. Be sure to also subscribe, and I will talk to you next week. Thanks for listening. Bye.